Travis, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Regional News. We start off in the United States, where we give you an update on their election, where President Donald Trump on Wednesday falsely claimed that he had won the U.S. election with millions of votes still uncounted after his Democratic rival, Joe Biden, said he was confident of winning a contest that will not be resolved until a handful of states complete vote counting over the next hours or days. President Donald Trump's campaign manager Bill Stevens says the president plans to immediately request a recount in the battleground state of Wisconsin, where the race remained close. The fate of the United States presidency is hanging in the balance, with Trump and his Democratic challenger Joe Biden battling for three familiar battleground states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, that could prove crucial in determining who wins the White House. As of 1 a.m. on Wednesday, Biden had 224 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 213. Officials have indicated that it will take days to complete the voting counts in four key battleground states: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, and Michigan, which account for 62 electoral votes. Minutes after polls closed, Joe Biden was declared the winner in New York and New Jersey in the 2020 presidential race. Biden had also been declared the winner in states across the East Coast, including Connecticut, Vermont, Virginia, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Delaware. The winner of the election is determined through a system called the Electoral College. Each of the 50 states, plus Washington, D.C., is given a number of Electoral College votes, adding up to a total of 538 votes. More populous states get more Electoral College votes than smaller ones. A candidate needs to win 270 Electoral College votes, 50% plus 1, to win the election. In every state except two, Maine and Nebraska, the candidate that gets the most votes wins all the state's Electoral College votes. Due to these rules, a candidate can win the election without getting the most votes at the national level. This happened at the last election, in which Donald Trump won a majority of Electoral College votes, although more people voted for Hillary Clinton across the U.S. And now for some news in Trinidad and Tobago. For the first time in 3 months, the Ministry of Health in Trinidad recorded no COVID-19 infections in its daily update on Monday. The last time the ministry did not record any new cases was on July 29, when the total number of cases in Trinidad and Tobago stood at 156, a minute number when juxtaposed to where it stands now at 5,704. The number of active cases also decreased yesterday after 124 people were released from the ministry's care, 6 from public health facilities, and 118 from home self-isolation as recovered communities' cases. These releases made it 4,887 people who have recovered from the infection locally. However, even while this news was relayed, information came that a former COVID-19 patient from North Trinidad who tested positive in August had tested positive a second time last week after being exposed to someone who had the virus at work. COVID-19 reinfection has been known to occur in other countries, although it's considered a rare occurrence. But it's difficult to determine if this case is such an instance. And finally, the CARICOM community has mounted a 6-person election observation mission to monitor the general elections in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Thursday, November 5, 2020. The mission is headed by Anthony St. King, a member of the Antigua and Barbuda Electoral Commission. The other members of the mission include experts in electoral management and administration and persons with election observation experience from CARICOM member states. The core group, including the chief of mission, began arriving in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on the 31st of October 2020. For CARICOM, election observation serves as a platform to support existing democratic traditions within the Caribbean community as part of its wider policy of supporting democracy. And that is it for our region news this evening. And I continue to urge our viewers to stay indoors, wear those masks, use those hand sanitizers, and continue practicing social distancing. Back to you, Travis.